Welcome to our Selection Sunday especial here on, of course, it's called Selection Sunday on a Sunday. Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrod, NYMD Podcast. We're here on Streamer on YouTube. Please subscribe and like. Of course, we're on Facebook, IG, and the Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts, you'll find us, the NYMD Podcast. Plus, we're going to have our brackets. It's going to be open forums underneath NYMD Podcast. So if you want to join us and lose to me on that, you go ahead and please join and, try to come in second or third. So remember, it's going to be ESPN bracket underneath NYMD Podcast. So, B, Selection Sunday, I have not seen not one seed. So this is a for real selection surprise Sunday for me. And from that, I'm going to pick out who's going to win and where they're going to go. And the only thing I know is that you told me where Maryland is.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I know. So
yeah.
We're going to go through these brackets and find out, brother. So what are your first initial thoughts of the bracket?
We're screwed.
Say again? Just overall, just start with the number one seeds. You think the number of seeds are correct? You thought somebody? What you thinking? What you thinking?
Who's the overall number one seed? Is that Alabama?
I'm thinking it is. Hold on. Do they have the weakest number two? I guess. I think it is Alabama. Wow, it's Alabama.
Yeah.
So I can see why you're happy. I see that first and second round matchup. Woo. Oh, hello. Well, let's start off with the South bracket.
Dude, I saw Maryland was an 8, and then I was like, okay, we're in the South. And then I'm like, oh, gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, question, and maybe I'm not seeing it. And maybe I'm not seeing it because they didn't make it. Did North Carolina?
Yes.
They made it?
Yeah, they are an 11th seed, if I remember correctly.
Let me see. Providence. I don't see him.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw him as an 11th.
You saw NC State.
Oh, okay.
So North Carolina is not in the tournament.
Wow.
And like, who was in the finals last year?
Dude, I don't even remember.
Kansas and North Carolina.
Oh, what? Oh.
And no, North Carolina.
Kansas beat them.
Yeah, I mean Kansas beat them. But they're not back.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So, all right, let's take the South. The number one overall seed in the South, of course, is Alabama. Number 2 is Arizona on the other side of the bracket. How do you see this? You think this is a chalk bracket? Even Virginia's in this side as well. You think this is a chalk bracket, or you see any upsets?
I do not think this is a chalk bracket. Let's see. And we're talking about in the South, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. San Diego State, a 5 always beats a 12. I think they'll take care of Charleston. I think Virginia's fine.
Well, 5 should be the 12. You mean 12 sometimes beats 5?
Oh, yeah.
Like the higher seed.
No, well, scratch that then. And I'll take.
It's too calling for upsets. He's picking the number 5 seed to be the 12.
Oh God.
We're off to a great start here, folks. Thank you for tuning in.
No, I'll take Creighton to beat NC State.
Okay, a 6 over an 11. That's also a good pick. That's wonderful. That's
Heck. You know what it is? I'm so used to it being the other way around.
You're batting 1,000 so far.
I'm looking at the teams instead of the seeds.
You know what, Hurt? I'm taking Arizona over Princeton. That's what I'm doing. That's okay. Uh no Cats over Tigers, right?
Let's see. Utah State. Yeah, let's take this Utah State over Missouri.
Okay, there we go. 10 over a 7.
Yeah. How about you?
I see. I think Maryland's going to have trouble with that 9 with West Virginia. Honestly, it's a border rivalry. It's a tough game. I think Maryland's going to pull through on that one. It's just playing Alabama after that's going to be tough.
They're not beating Alabama. So
yeah. I see Virginia. I don't think they're going to fold against Furman, the Paladins. NC State's got a good team. I think Creighton's a little bit deeper. Honestly, I feel like you said, the only thing I really feel like that could be an upset would be a 10 over a 7 with that Utah State, Missouri. Yeah. But other than that, I kind of feel like everything's going to go to Forum over in the South.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to the East. Number 1 seed in the East is Purdue, the makers of Boyle.
Okay.
Number 2 seed is Marquette, with no D Wade on this team, of course.
No D Wade.
And in this bracket, we have some blue bloods. I mean, literally blue bloods. We got Kentucky in this bracket. We got Duke in this bracket. And if you want to put in Izzo and Michigan State's in this bracket as well. So this bracket could be maybe little topsy-turvy. How do you see this one coming out?
Well, Hurt, every single year, as I just stated a couple minutes ago, a 12 beats a 5.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, here we go.
And, what would be grand if Oral Roberts beats Duke?
The ACC tournament champions?
Yep. Yes, sir. That's my upset special. Oral Roberts will be Duke.
Yeah, no. So I'm as much as I wouldn't want them to win, they're representing the ACC. They at least got the first round. So I have Purdue, of course. FAU. I mean, they had a good team. They were ranked for like the first time a lot of the season. That game against Memphis, I think people are probably going to lie. It's probably going to be a big percentage taking Memphis. I'm thinking I'm going to take FAU in that game. Okay. I think they have enough to upset Memphis. I don't think they're scared of Memphis at all. Tennessee, Louisiana is going to be good. Kentucky, Kentucky's been so inconsistent. I don't even know who they are. Not even making the SEC championship game. So Providence got a pretty good team. I think Kentucky, this is where Calipari is either gone early or he's there late. It's one of the two. So I think he's going to be there for a little bit.
Well, he is one of the greatest coaches of all time. So
according to someone. Kansas State will beat Montana State. Michigan State, USC. I think Michigan State's going to win, and they've been through a lot this season. USC, I don't know who's on USC, but I think Izzo could get through that, and Marquette over Vermont, who usually pulls off a lot of upsets at this time of year. But I think Marquette has a really good team. So I really I only see like FAU going through as a lower seed, and maybe USC, Michigan State. But I think I got Michigan State.
Yeah, you can't go against, your boy Izzo in the tournament time. Come tournament time, you know what I'm saying? Even though they don't have a great team this year, but I never count that dude out in the tournament. So, yeah.
All right, over to the West. Let's go from the East to the West. Got a number 1 seed, the defending national champions, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, Kansas. Number 2 seed is the UCLA Bruins. And over in this bracket, we got Gonzaga and St. Mary's. And we have UConn. So UConn's facing Iona, which is Rick Pitino. So I think this is the upset bracket for me, bro. I see some sets, and Northwestern's there too against Boise State. So I got UCLA winning. I got Northwestern winning. I got Gonzaga against Grand Canyon. I thought that was only an online university, but maybe I'm wrong. It's one of those online ones. TCU facing the winner of Arizona State Nevada playing game. TCU's had a good squad all season, but that's usually one team that wins that playing game usually wins another game. So this could be it. Iona, UConn, that's tricky for UConn having Rick Pitino on the side against a Hurley. How about that? Pitino versus a Hurley. You know how hard it is for me to pull for Hurleys. And St. Mary's VCU, I think this is my 12-5 right here.
Yeah, I keep gravitating towards Illinois beating Arkansas and VCU beating St. Mary's.
Yeah, the way Arkansas went out of their tournament a little bit on a downward spiral, I think it might continue into the tournament. I think I have Illinois there as well.
Yeah, and I'm not, and honestly, I don't like this Northwestern Boise State matchup either. I wouldn't be surprised if Boise State takes it to Northwestern.
Yeah, I got Northwestern winning that. Because I'm going to pick. This is going to be my upset one. I mean that second round for me could be VCU versus Iona. It honestly could.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have this is gonna be my upset bracket, but yeah, I think the stronger seeds will go through with Kansas and I believe UCLA. Gonzaga being a 3 seed, Pete, they're sleeping, so they haven't. They're not a number 1. They're not a number 2. They during the regular season they finished second in the West Coast Conference, but they won the tournament. But they haven't been the same team. But this could be, one of those years they got to go through UCLA though, in order for them to kind of sneak up on people because usually they don't. But this year nobody's really even talked about Gonzaga.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. And let's head to the Mid and the West. Number 1 overall seed here is Houston, followed by the number 2 seed Texas. In this bracket, also, we got Indiana. We got Miami, who is the regular season ACC champions. Xavier as well, and Texas A&M, who just played in the SEC championship game. Playing game here is number 11, Mississippi State, and Pitt will play Iowa State. What do you see going on here in the Midwest?
Let's see. I'm seeing it pretty chalky, honestly. I like Auburn over Iowa. I don't like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, Hurt. Kent State, Indiana, I might take Kent State, man.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I don't believe in Indiana. As a matter of fact, I don't believe in a lot of these Big Ten teams. Other than that, I'm going to go chalk. I'm going to go, yeah. But Kent State and Auburn.
Okay. I see Miami beating Drake. Miami's a pretty good team. I know they lost to Duke in the ACC semifinals of the tournament, but Jim Larinaga has a pretty deep team. I think they're going to do well. Even if Indiana wins that game, I think I have Miami beating Indiana or whoever comes out through there. Xavier is a good team. I don't think they're, not going to lose to Xavier, Kennesaw State. Iowa State, Mississippi State, Pittsburgh. I think they'll win that game. Now, Penn State. Who did you pick between Penn State and Texas A&M?
I'm gonna stick with Penn State.
Okay, yeah, Penn State.
No. I'm
Texas A&M.
Stick with Texas A&M, but Penn State, man, don't be surprised, man.
Yeah, I'm picking Penn State. They had a nice little run in a big 14 tournament, so I think they have a little bit more momentum on their side. I'm going to pick. I don't think your conference is all that horrible, but I'm going to pick some upsets there. But I'm picking Penn State.
I don't like my conference.
I don't think you liked it when you got there. So,
no.
All right. So we went through it, who we're going to basically pick to get through most of these. Do you have your final 4 set up yet?
I'm confident on one.
Okay.
Let me just go through this real quick. I'll take. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna take Alabama in the South. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna stick with Texas in the Midwest. In the East, just want to make sure. I'm not a believer in Purdue, so hold on. I do not think Purdue's going. Who's the number 2 seed? Marquette. But what bracket is Kansas in?
They're in the West.
Oh goodness! All right, darn it. All right, UCLA out the West, and I gotta go with someone in the. Well, I gotta go with someone in the East. I'm gonna.
I gotta go with somebody.
I don't like none of these teams, man. Man. I might have to pick Purdue by default, but I don't think they're going to make it to the Final Four. I'll pick Marquette. I don't believe in Purdue, man, at all. They're going to get tripped up. They're going to get tripped up before they get to the Final Four. I think they're over. I shouldn't say overrated. They're a good team. I don't think they're no, not a believer. So I got Marquette, UCLA. Got a lot of number twos here. Alabama and Texas.
Cool.
So far, just my preliminary off the top of the head. I got UCLA winning it all.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they took a hard loss in that Pac-12 tournament on that buzzer beater of Arizona. But yeah, so my Final Four, I got Alabama with Nick Saban as head coach. I got Marquette with D Wade there that helped spur them on. I got Houston with Phi Slamma Jamma there to help them out, and I got Joel Embiid to support Kansas. So my Final Four is Alabama, Marquette, Houston, and Kansas. And I'm just gonna go with the Final Four that final game that I would like to see. I like to see two non-traditional teams there. I want to go with Houston and Marquette. So I feel like that's the type of year it could be, and I'm picking Houston to win the national championship.
All right, Alabama. Gosh, what team? Alabama, UCLA. UCLA winning it all.
Kool-Aid. I likes it. I likes it a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my bracket. I don't think I'm gonna have any changes. I like it. This is my first time looking at it, so why not stick with it, right?
Yeah, I might switch to Houston. This Midwest is not sitting right. I said Texas, but I'm not sold on Texas, so I might switch that to Houston. But I don't think Houston's going to win it all though. So I might make them my Final Four, but the ones I'm confident on are Alabama and UCLA. Those are the two teams I'm confident. Like I said, UCLA is my national champion. So, yeah.
All right. Well, which is again UCLA strong team. But so is Arizona. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be a fun tournament. So I can't wait to. And it starts Tuesday with the
playing.
What do they call them?
The playing. They don't call them the playing games anymore.
No, is what they. And I thought they call them the. I don't know.
I don't either.
They try to rename them to something, but they're playing games. So the playing games are Tuesday, of course, and
the first four.
Yeah, the first four.
Yeah, that's what
or the last four, really.
Yeah.
To play on Tuesday, and then of course the tournament starts on Thursday, which of course you can find on True TV. It's the only time where True TV is the station that I remember for that weekend.
See, I'm just the opposite. I watch True TV because
I was saying, yeah, no, I remember you told me no, we watch all the time. Hurt. I'm like, for what? Practical Jokers, Hurt.
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, I never watched that. Now I think True TV is owned by whoever owns HBO Discovery or something. So like they'll do a lot of stuff with the guys from AEW. So that's the only reason I really even know about them. Other than that, I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but so now, are you a tad bit more excited for a tournament? No. I know we talked about.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
No, you don't need to. No.
And look, and especially when I realized the bracket that Maryland was in.
Now you think Maryland's too low?
They weren't in the.
You think Maryland should be an 8?
No,
or you think they're good?
The 8 is exactly the right seed.
Okay, because they couldn't win away from home.
Yes.
Now, where is that game at?
I don't know. Somewhere in the South, Hurt. Let's see. Oh, we don't know yet. We don't know what time. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
But we should know the locations.
Okay, well.
Right? I'll figure it. I'll find it.
Dang, it's one of the first games, too. At 12:15.
Oh, you see the times. It's got to be a place.
It's at Legacy Arena.
The heck is that?
In Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, great. Ugh. So Alabama is at, man, they're right at home, man. So yeah,
I've never heard of that arena. Where
it's Legacy Arena in Birmingham. That's why you haven't heard of it, because it's in Birmingham, Alabama.
Interesting.
West Virginia is a 1-point favorite.
Wow, you can't lose to. I mean, listen, of all your border rivals, that's the one that you can't afford to lose to, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Unless you're playing Delaware and something, but you don't really play Delaware and anything. So unless it's lacrosse. So other than that, you can't be losing to West Virginia, man. Can't be doing that, man. You gotta beat that, man.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Good. So yeah, that was our little as our Selection Sunday quick pick, as I like to call it.
I like that.
Yeah, for those of you who do scratch offs. But of course. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, this is just for a Selection Sunday. Please watch the tournament. We're going to review it, of course, this coming weekend. Can't wait to talk about probably some of the upsets and the stuff that we see, and maybe some changes, especially in the bracket, to see if there's any favorites or if some of our favorites got crashed out in the first couple of days. So I can't wait to see that. That's why it's called March Madness and one shining moment and all that good stuff. So all that's going to be buzzer beaters and craziness and controversy, and that's why I love March Madness. But and St. Patrick's Day. So everybody have fun on Friday. Please stay safe. Thank goodness it's a Friday, so you guys can just get drunk and wake up sometime on Saturday. And wear green, or you get pinched or something. I don't know if that still goes on, but I don't know who made that up. But thank you everybody for tuning in. NYMD Podcast, yeah, StreamYard, YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find us, the NYMD Podcast. Have a great March Madness, and we'll see you this week.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, stay green. Like, go green.